St.Enodoc Church. Trebetherick is a chapel in the parish of St Minver. It is located to the south of the village of Trebetherick, Cornwall, England, United Kingdom. It is a Grade I listed building. Background: the church is situated in sand dunes east of Damer Bay and Brea Hill on the River Camel estuary. Wind-driven sand has formed banks that are almost level with the roof on two sides. For the 16th century to the middle of the 19th century, the church was virtually buried by the dunes and was known locally as St Enodoc or St.Enodoc Church. To maintain the tithes required by the church, it had to host services at least once a year, so the vicar and parishioners descended into the sanctuary through a hole in the roof. By 1864 it was unearthed and the dunes were stabilized. The church is surrounded by the church course of the St Enodoc Golf Club. History: the church is said to lie on the site of a cave where Enodoc lived as a hermit. The oldest fabric in the church dates from around the 12th century. Additions were made in the 13th and 15th centuries. By the 18th century, the church was partly submerged in sand. During the 19th century, the sand was removed and the church was cleaned and restored under the direction of the vicar of St Minver, Rev. W. Hart Smith. The architectural restoration was carried out in 1863–64 by J.P. St. Auburn. Structure: the church is built in stone rubble with slate roofs. Its plan consists of a nave and chancel, a three-bay aisle to the south of the chancel, a north transept leading to the tower, which unusually is to the north of the church, and a south porch. The tower is in two stages and is surmounted by a low brooch spire. On all four faces are small trefoil-headed belfry openings. Fittings and furniture: the furnishings were largely replaced in 1863–64, although the base of a rood screen dating from around the 15th century has survived. The granite font dates from the 12th century. It has a lead-lined round bowl which stands on a shaft carved with cable moulding on a round base. A memorial stone to John Mabley, who died in 1687, is in the south porch. Inside the church on the south wall is a memorial to Ernest Edward Betjeman, the father of Sir John Betjeman, who died in 1984. There is a memorial to the three crew lost on the brig Maria Assumpta, which was wrecked on the Rumps in 1995. Culture: John Betjeman referred to the church in his poem Sunday Afternoon Service at St. Enodoc. The church is also featured prominently in Justin Cartwright's novel The Promise of Happiness, partly set in Trebetherick. In the novel The Last Patriot by Brad Thorpe, the main character, Scott Harvarth, owns a house called Bishopsgate, which is described as a twin to St. Enodoc.